Young people they aren't buying it. A new Gallup poll showing the majority of 18 to 29-year-olds disapprove of Obamacare. Making matters even worse for the White House, a majority of young people picked President Obama if they could recall or replace an elected official. It seems the millennials just aren't buying the president's appeals like this.
If you're a student body president, set up a conference on campus. If you work at a nonprofit, open your doors and use your email list to help people learn the facts. If you've got a radio show, spread the word on air. If you're a bartender, have a happy hour.
Wow. He's on a campaign there. We've got a panel of millennials. Kirsten Haglund is former Miss America. Zerlina Maxwell, a Democratic strategist. And Rafi Williams is Deputy Press Secretary for the RNC. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for being with us this morning, getting up early with us. Rafi, I want to start with you. What are the reasons for the downturn?
Well, it's simple. We weren't given a seat at the table when they were formulating Obamacare. And so what we are responsible for hosting the maximum weight of Obamacare. And so, when the lies about decreasing premiums, that's a lie. It's not happening. Premiums are rising. When you talk about keeping your doctors, that's a lie. Keeping your plans, that's not happening. I mean, so these are really having problems with young people. And so that's why they want to recall Obama. And then you see also that 39% of young people are out of work right now. And that's something that's come out of the most recent jobs numbers. And so then you see that our actual employment rose last numbers in November. It went up to, I think it's 11.2% as when rest of Americans dropped. So young people are really struggling in this economy, and they're struggling due to Obama, and he can no longer blame Bush.
Yeah, new unemployment numbers, we got 7%, which was, that was good, but not for young people. Youth unemployment remains at 15.9%. From Generation Opportunities, where we got those numbers. Zerlina, what is this going to mean for President Obama in the here and now? I mean, are young millennials, are they going to buy into him wooing them essentially with speeches like that?
I think so. I think that, January 1st, when people can finally go to the doctor, that's a big day for millions of Americans. But I think, when you parse out the poll, the Harvard poll, it was taken, at the height of the negative website coverage at the beginning of November. More recent polling shows that 3/4 of young people would support Democrats, would support Barack Obama if the election were held today over Mitt Romney. So they're disillusioned largely because he's not progressive enough, not because they don't like Obamacare or think that's the wrong way to go.
Okay, Kirsten, these young millennials, they're struggling to find work these days even. The one good thing that President Obama can say is that you're able to stay on your parents' plan until you're at 26. Is that enough for him to be able to hang his hat on at the moment, too?
Well, I think that for young people, political opinions form when you come into age. And so this is a really critical time for both Democrats and Republicans to see who can snatch up this next generation. And so what I think you're seeing among millennials is, we want people to have health insurance. We want to have health insurance. But we're also coming into a job market that isn't treating, young people very well, where there's a lot of uncertainty and a lot of cynicism among young people. So I think they just want the system to work. They say, I don't care who does it. The private sector, the government, just let's make this work, and that's why I can't wait to see our generation get into positions of power, because I think we all want to work together to actually solve problems.
And I can't wait to see what happens in the midterm elections and even in 2016. Zerlina, I want to hand this off to you. Yes. We've seen some Democrats running for the hills on this. What's this going to mean?
Well, I really think that they've changed that tune. Clearly, this week was the week that they're going on offense, the president going on offense, and I think that's smart for them because, this same poll had 3/4 of young people saying that they disapprove of Republicans in Congress. And so, like she said, it's not just about Obama here. It's also about what are the alternatives to any of the proposals the Democrats are putting forth. And millennials are not supportive of Republicans either.
Okay, and how do you respond to that?
Well, I think the buck stops with the president, right? He's ultimately responsible.
What are your plans?
But our plans go to the Republican Study Committee.
No, what's the Obamacare alternative that you put forth?
Republican Obamacare.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's Heritage Foundation is Obamacare.
No. I'm telling you that our proposal is to sell across state lines, insurance portability.
But what about the 47 million that were uninsured before?
So you reduce health costs, and that allows more people to get health insurance, and that's our solution. Because increasing premiums and forcing people to pay more is just unfair. It takes away people's rights and liberties to access what they want and to have choice in life. You think government knows best, but here's the thing. So Obama,
I had 124 different plans to choose from.
But here's the thing. So you could have even more choices if you sold across state lines, if you let real insurance, you let real competition happen in America. And that's what we're founded on, is free market principles. It's not competition. This is false competition.
I want to give you the final word on this because
competing for my business.
The unemployment is an issue. Obamacare certainly an issue, but Obamacare is not going to work if these young, healthy, young invincibles do not sign up.
Exactly. The poll said that only 22% of people aged 18 to 29 plan on signing up for insurance. So if this is going to be the law of the land and there isn't going to be any reform to this, we really need young people to sign up. But if not, then just like you said, Rafi, we need to have a seat at the table. And I think that's why millennials are just so apathetic about this whole situation, because before, their interests haven't been represented in Congress. And so what you really see is a generation that is paying much more attention to what's going on in Washington and saying, we're going to have a voice and a seat at the table.
Yeah, I mean, when you're getting out of school, you're having a hard time finding a job. And if you do have a job, you're realizing how much more you're going to be paying for health care. It's very upsetting. Zerlina, Rafi, and Kirsten, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.